as I was on Facebook and I saw a couple of the logos and I thought, excuse me, let me actually check this out. And then I thought to myself, let me actually rather react to this because, I'm trying to dabble more in depth into the YouTube space. And I find reactions really enjoyable. I don't know, from time to time, I find myself reacting to videos that I never thought I would react to. Like I can recall some time ago, I used to watch my nephews react to, was it soccer? I think it was video games. It was literally other YouTube creators reacting to gaming content creators. And I thought to myself, why would you react to someone else's videos of them reacting to someone else's videos? It didn't make sense to me, but like it's become a norm now. And I've been also creating some YouTube tutorials as well. But I'd also like to react, because while I consume the content, I'd still like to have some form of contribution or feel as if I'm still producing in some level. So without further ado, we're going to be jumping into Gary Dimmy's logo designs. And I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get right into it. This is off a blog post, so bear in mind. Why is that not reacting? That's not reacting. Cool. That's not cool, bro. All right, so here is the blog design digital synopsis. I like it. It's giving me a little bit of what's the name of that website? Is it Forbes? It looks like a Forbes type of website. Okay, there goes my team viewer. I'll be with you momentarily. But anyway, is it Forbes? No, it's not giving me Forbes. But I'll remember what vibes it's giving me. Indian graphic designer Gary Dimmy Paul has undertaken. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Pohoti. Design challenge tackled one logo a day, in which he creates logos with hidden meanings on an almost everyday basis. At the time of writing this post, he's on day 1,339, which is roughly 3 years and 8 months. Jeez. Okay, so let's just get into it. Otherwise, yeah. The first logo we have here is called Nest, and I like how he's basically put together the is that an eagle or a bird, symbolizing the nest or carrying on that metaphor. It's giving me that Nestle vibes, and I like the cleanliness. I don't necessarily feel as if the N and the rest of the letters are. I feel as if this bottom section here could have been straighter with the N going down. I think oh, it's an egg. Oh, okay. Okay, I see it. I see it like a nest egg. Okay, that's pretty cool. I just thought it was like, I didn't realize that it was actually an egg. That looks pretty cool. That looks really nice. And I think that could also work alone as a symbol, like a standalone symbol. So that's really nice what he's done there. I like that. Number two, we have the beverage room. Nice, nice. I like that gradient shadow effect or light causing a shadow effect on the door. But it's basically a cup that's just casting a shadow, which kind of makes it look like a room. So I like the play on words and the symbolism that's happening in that second logo, the beverage room. I really like that. Excuse the ads, excuse the ads. And the third logo we have is called Cow Clothing Co. Bit of an alliteration happening there, but you can see that the gist or the outlining of the shape is based like a cow, especially the bottom with the nose, but it's also suited to be like a top, like a jacket or a jersey of some sort, short sleeve jersey. But I see how the cow and the clothing have been placed into that. I like that. Logo number 4, the third child. Ooh. That's a bit spooky with the eyes in the negative space. I like the use of the negative space there. It kind of gives the impression that there is a figure in the middle and they're praying using the two children's in the white spacings arm. So that even the way child is written with a different like horror like font, it's pretty cool. I like that. I like the use of it. Not my favorite, but it's cool, like how to see it being Utilized. Why am I off Wi-Fi? What's happening here? No joke. No joke. We're being load shed an hour just before. Man, is there a way I can pause this video? Guys, I'm sorry. As you can see, we are having some technical issues. I need me that South African starter pack, don't I? Let me connect my phone. I didn't even realize we're being load shed. So give me a second. But in in comparison to the first three logos so far, I really like the nest egg, and yeah, the first two are my favorites. The Cow Clothing Co. It works, but it's not my favorite. But I can see how it can work. The third child's also pretty cool, but I like that simplicity, that minimalism type of angle. Um, so excuse me for that. I hope that this will now work. I just had to connect my cell phone, but I believe we should be back on par. All right, let's continue. Number five, the Tooth Fairy. That is a great use. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I love that. I love that a lot. I'm someone who rather enjoys, like I said, minimalism, simplicity. And although this might be rather quite busy as a standalone icon, I like the use and the creativity incorporated in the tooth and the fairy. It's very literal, you know. Um, so I like that. Kudos to Gary for that. Oh, that's an ad. I was gonna be like, what? What happened? The bike barber. Okay, I'm gonna need to spend. Okay, I see it. I see it. The bike barber. The biker barber. Okay, so there's that. I don't know what the word is called. Is it like a shaver, like an old school shaving tool there in the middle in the white? Um, this one doesn't work as well for me. It's not as easily um, perceived as the others. Um, I can see what he was trying to convey in this the biker barber, but it just doesn't feel like it best represents both words. I think the color is the separation, but if they were all the same color, then I don't think it would work. And I give you the example of the third child; it's all one color. So I think you could still be able to know you actually couldn't because it's negative space. It wouldn't work as one color because it's negative space. But in essence, what I'm trying to say is that this is one color. He didn't need to make the eyes a different color because the use of the graphic basically explains everything. With this one, I just feel as if it was all one color, it would be quite difficult to make out what the barber side of things, what the symbol is behind the barber. The biker is very clear as day as a bike, but the barber is not so easily translated in this visual. But it looks nice. It looks nice. The making of a superhero toys. Mm, what am I missing here? Oh, dope. That is pretty cool. I can see that there's a superhero figure, you know, and there's hands, and the negative space of the hands make the figure of the superhero's body, and I like that because it says the making of a superhero and it's toys. So the yeah, I think this kind of works. It kind of works. I don't necessarily feel like you needed that middle piece in there, but I also think it might have been a little bit more difficult to make out because most superheroes have an emblem on their chest, thanks to Superman. But I like it, and I like this font. I really like this font. Um, I think there would have been a different font, in my opinion, to use for the making of a just to make it more of a complimentary font. But the superhero is nice and bold, and it's not too bold, but like, you know, it's really nice. I like the curvature in certain spaces, and it's got a balance between curves and edges. I like that a lot. Great use of font, nice logo. The chairman. This is the logo that I saw on Facebook that I liked a lot. I was like, oh, I have to see that. It's a chair. It's a man. I mean, you know. Um, Like I said before, I'm more of a simplistic kind of person, but I like the approach, the creative process in which they're conveying these messages and the use of how they've placed the chairman. It's really nice. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like it. Not my favorite, but great, great, great use. Pregnant. Okay. This one is probably my least favorite. Um, I don't think that's the best representation. And like, look, everyone's subjected to their own opinion. And while I see what he's trying to achieve, it just doesn't feel. I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it. I don't think the P is really good. I think there could have been something you could have played with in this space. Like the P is the only most prominent part of this logo. But then again, I can see what he's trying to do, and I'll give him credit for that. It's just not my favorites. I'm gonna skip to the number 10, fries and films. Now, when I speak about simplicity and minimalism, that minimalistic approach, this is what I'm talking about. Fries and films. This for me is a 10 out of 10 logo. Um, you can clearly see the TV, or the the device in which the movie is going to be playing from, and the fries and how that basically comes together like that. That for me is top tier. Top tier, great fonts, great use of spacing. I love the middle, that and with the lines in between that, which just gives it more of a consistency. At the bottom, their fries and films, beautiful logo. That is top tier. Great quality, great attention to detail. Probably my favorite thus far. Let's go to 11. So let's make it 15. Let's make it 15. Foodie hoodie. Yeah, well, look, this one I get it, but coming off of this, I'm not such a fan. The fonts don't work for me. It feels a little rushed, if you're asking me, and I don't really get the idea behind this foodie hoodie. I don't see how that can be utilized, but fair enough, it works as a logo, but just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Number 12, Queens of Basketball. Well, you know, I feel as if you didn't really need the female figure. It's giving me superhero vibes. I think the tiara and the basketball might have been all you need. Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. I see that in the middle of the basketball, in the white with the colors, it creates the figure of the lady. That's pretty cool. I like it when a logo does that to me. And I look at it and be like, oh, I didn't see that. I really enjoy that feeling. But in a use case scenario, I think the basketball. I don't know about the hair and the tiara and the figure. I don't know. It works as, like, with the negative space. I just feel like there's too many elements involved in trying to convey this message. I feel like the tiara and the basketball would have just done justice. And then although you might lose the female figure, yeah, nah, I would have rather just done with the basketball with the tiara, in my opinion. I think there could have been a creative way to take that approach, but it looks cool. It looks cool. So let's try number 13. We've got two more logos left. But so far, Gary, your work is incredible. I'm a big fan. I love your attention to detail, your vision, and how you execute. But yeah, let's move on to this one. This looks like Monk. Is that Monk? My cousin and I used to actually have that facial expression or reaction every time we had an idea, or he said something which sparked a really great idea in someone's mind. You'd be like, bro, like that. Oh, bro. So that's what I'm getting with this. It does feel like the arm is like, the icon of the person feels like they're holding their arm like this, but I know that it's making that N, which is the use of the letters monk, right? Um, it's cool. Standalone as a logo, I don't know. The idea is cool. The execution is cool. But the real use case, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I'm not confident about it. But I like it. Second last is full screen. That, say what you want. That's that for me. Done. Done and dusted. That's beautiful. That's absolutely magnificent. What I would like to add is that, given the fact that it's full screen, I would have liked to see the. Ooh, let me gather my words. I would have liked to see the full space being utilized between this S and this N, so that the F and the L here, because this is an L, just swapped around. I would have loved to see that being utilized in the full space, so that it becomes like, filled up like a Tetris block, so to speak. But that's top tier. That is absolutely brilliant. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Full screen. That's beautiful. Mwah. Well done. That's definitely in my top two or top three. And last but not least, this is Go. Um, no. I'm sorry. I see the idea, but no. No, it doesn't work in my books. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of it. I like it. I see what you were going for. See what I did there? I see what you were going for, but I'm just not a fan of it. But that would conclude all the logos. So if I were to give my top three logos here, it would definitely probably be the first one. Definitely, probably. Uh, Let me evaluate. Let me evaluate. No, 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 no. I take it back. I've got my top three. The beverage room is one, and the last two, which I think is number 14, full screen and fries and films, are by far my favorite logos. Like I said, I'm a big fan of minimalism. I'm a big fan of simplicity. Less is more. Um, Sometimes I don't necessarily think that the logo needs to directly communicate what the name of the company is about. But when you have ideas like this, where you can be able to showcase a hidden meaning behind it, or showcase two parts of a word in the logo, and it works, and it works well, then yeah. And as far as minimalism goes, I have a look at how big companies have also decided to rebrand and structure their existing logos into something that's more forthcoming, something that encompasses the fourth industrial revolution, something that is a little bit more less busy on the eyes, more less busy, like the oxymoron that's happening there. But I love the use of these logos. I'm a big fan of that, and I'll give you a real use case scenario about the. Let's jump onto Google. Hopefully, my computer will be reacting with time. But if you look at the recently designed logo for Kia, let's say Kia logo. The previous one, there's the previous Kia logo. Now, so one person would think to themselves, how would you be able to make that more simple when it's as simple as that? And you look at their recently designed logo and you're like, man, that to me was just subtle, simple, clean, and elegant. So here's the old Kia logo, and this is the new Kia logo. I'm a big fan of that. Minimalistic, bro. You don't have to do much. Give it some breath. Let it just do its thing. Big fan of that. And my second logo would be the F&B logo. If you're not familiar, it's a bank in South Africa, and this was their old logo, First National Bank, and they've just pivoted to becoming more simplistic, yet still keeping the core elements of their old logo. That for me, I love it. I love it. I love it. And with this new FNB logo, these three stripes here up top still give the old impression of the tree, but also give off that Wi-Fi or, reaching out type of symbolism. And I love that. I love that. But that is my reaction time for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe It would help if you'd hit that notification bell as well, just so you're in touch every time I drop a new video. And if you're enjoying the content, then let me know what was your favorite logo in the comments section. And if you're enjoying the content, then I'm really glad that I can be able to entertain and educate you at the same time, because edutainment is key. But um, I hope that you will enjoy the rest of your day further, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Ciao.